Okay, so get ready because today we are diving into some really, really unsettling territory. We're talking about a possible assassination attempt on a former president, and we're breaking down this story from an Associated Press news report. And guys, let me tell you, it's got more twists and turns than, well, you pick your favorite thriller. Just picture it. A loaded rifle hidden in the bushes aimed right at a Secret Service agent. That's what allegedly happened at a Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida.
You know what I find fascinating about this? It's the setting, right? You think of a golf course, and it's supposed to be relaxing, right?
Yeah.
Leisurely, even. And it becomes, well, the stage for something so sinister. It really kind of speaks to, well, the audacity of this whole thing, this alleged plot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like something straight out of a movie. Which, speaking of movies, we'll get to that later. Cause the story. It's a real page-turner. But first, well, who's our main character here? The suspect. 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Routh. And this wasn't like some impulsive thing, not some disgruntled, 20-something? All right. This guy, he camped out for 12 hours. 12 hours.
For his arrest.
On September 15th.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk about premeditation.
Absolutely. And that level of planning, I mean, that just changes everything. It really suggests that he was going for it, that this
Yeah.
was a calculated decision. And, well, that's what's so unsettling about it.
It really is. Okay, and get this. So when they finally catch up with Ruth, he's got this bizarre collection of stuff on him. I mean, okay, a loaded rifle, sure, that makes sense in this context. But a digital camera,
Yeah.
a backpack, and just casually hanging on a fence nearby, a reusable shopping bag.
You know, those little details always get me. They're like breadcrumbs in a mystery novel. Like, why the camera? You know what I mean? Was he going to, like, document the whole thing and what was in the bag? Was it all part of some master plan? Some escape route? Maybe. These are the questions investigators are going to be trying to figure out. I guarantee it.
But it gets even wilder. So months before this whole golf course thing, right? Ruth apparently left a box at someone's house.
Okay.
And inside, not exactly a care package, ammo, tools, and get this, a note. And not like a thank you note or anything. This thing, it laid out his whole plan to assassinate Trump.
Wow.
Oh, but there's more. He also offered $150,000 for someone to finish the job.
You're kidding.
It's like he was planning on failing. Or maybe he wanted to make it a big spectacle, you know? Leave his mark somehow.
It's chilling. Talk about foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that money thing, that adds a whole other layer to this whole thing. I mean, did he really think he couldn't do it alone? Was it some kind of cry for help? Or was it all for attention? Like he wanted to be part of something bigger than himself.
Right. It's like he wanted people talking about him more than he wanted to actually do it himself.
Right, right. And then on top of all that, there was a bunch of evidence they found in his car. Six. Cell phones, Google searches for trips to Mexico, and a list of all Trump's upcoming appearances. Dates, times, the works. This guy was following Trump's every move, maybe even planning an escape route. Who knows?
So now we've got like an international man of mystery on our hands.
It seems that way, yeah.
But wait, because here's where it gets weird. Because also in his car, a notebook. And this notebook, filled with all this stuff criticizing Russia and China. He's all about supporting Ukraine, even suggesting that Iran might be the ones to actually go after Trump. It's like his worldview is all over the place.
I know, right? That's the thing about this case that just gets me. You got all this evidence, all pointing to this one target, this one plan. But then you read his writing, and it's like he agrees with Trump's opponents. It's like trying to put together a puzzle where half the pieces don't even belong.
So where does this leave us? What's the motive? Is it political, personal, something completely different?
It's a real head-scratcher, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, are we dealing with some deep-seated hatred for Trump? Or was he trying to make someone else look bad, maybe even create a situation that makes his own side look better?
Yeah.
Or is there something else going on that we haven't even thought of yet?
And then you've got Trump's reaction to all this, and it just adds another layer, doesn't it? He's going after the Justice Department, saying the charges aren't strong enough.
Yeah, illegal gun possession, messed up serial number. That's what they're starting with.
Right, and he's saying that's not enough for what could have happened.
And I get it. But here's the thing. Sometimes starting with the smaller stuff, the easier wins. It's a strategy. You get that conviction while you build a bigger case for the more serious stuff.
So they're not ignoring the attempt itself.
Right. And this is important. Trump's also saying there's a conflict of interest. I mean, they're looking into him for those 2020 election things and the documents situation.
And now he wants DeSantis to do a separate investigation at the state level. It's getting messy.
Totally. And it makes you think about the bigger picture, right? Doesn't matter who Ruth is or what his deal is, really. It shows how exposed public figures are. I mean, we're talking about a former president. In this crazy political climate we're in, it's just...
It's scary, honestly. Someone can get that close, plan all that, and we still don't know why.
And that's the freakiest part. I mean, is this bigger than we think? Some organized thing we haven't uncovered?
Right.
Or just one guy with problems we might never understand?
It really does make you wonder. One minute you're on a quiet golf course, the next, well, who knows? And as we learn more about this case, as we try to figure out the why, that's the thing I keep coming back to. How much do we really want to know? Because things just seem to get more complicated, you know? And figuring things out, understanding the context, that's more important than ever.